This is my vision for the Confederation of Freedom Communities. It all starts with helping individuals, helping people in our freedom community to exit and build in their household, exit systems of centralization, coercion, and control. Slowly but surely decouple yourselves by building and participating in alternative systems. This makes us more resilient and more anti-fragile. This is what we do in our individual, family, and our household lives. While we're doing that, we're also connecting and collaborating with other freedom lovers that are on the same path, but we're organizing with one another. Whenever possible, we're trading amongst ourselves. Whenever possible, we're raising our kids together. Whenever possible, we're growing food with one another. Whenever possible, we're communicating and transacting through alternative, decentralized, encrypted, and private ways. We begin to organize into communities or pockets of communities, people living in close proximity, or straight up eco-community, buying land together in an intentional community. These communities then connect with the other communities in the area to form a larger community. Each one of these communities at the local level can have its own trinity to deploy. The trinity is a private realm framework that is comprised of a non-statutory trust. This is an institution that stewards resources like land, money, assets, Bitcoin, a tractor, for example. Each one of these communities also has a private membership association. Private membership association is a tool for individuals coming together for a common purpose and collaborating and having a common set of rules to follow. This private membership association has a board of directors that helps to set those rules and helps to organize and govern. Not to rule over, govern, but to help organize and execute common goals, govern. And make sure everyone's on the same page with common guidelines, kind of a social contract. Some of these communities could also create a church, a 508c1a, which then would exempt their activities from the income tax as long as they're doing church activities. This is one of the communities that uses this Trinity model. The other community uses the Trinity model. The other community uses the Trinity model. The people that are living in the southern part of town or the people that are all connected in the eastern part of town, they have their own little community. Each one of these communities using this Trinity model then becomes a node in a broader community. Each one of these smaller, more local communities can send a representative, a member. Each one of these private membership associations then becomes a member of the larger regional community private membership association. That private membership association has a board of directors that's comprised of a representative from each one of the communities. This regional private membership association, node, or cell can then be used to engage in the organized effort of all of the member communities, all of the local private membership associations. Decisions can be reached, resources can be pooled, examples of which are let's pool resources and let's hire somebody and let's pay for the equipment and the tools and the pieces in bulk so we can create a mesh-tastic communication network that's spread all across the region. We have a lot of children now. There's a lot of young families. Let's pool our resources to hire a teacher that then teaches at the various schools, or let's pool our resources to rent or purchase a piece of property in the central part of town that all of the various communities can come for training, for yoga, for the Agora markets. All right. Eventually, let's pool our resources to create some sort of defense force or some sort of security apparatus to protect us from criminals and from statist intervention. This is but one region that then connects with the other regions across the country, across the southern United States, Tennessee, Mexico, Costa Rica, ultimately forming a genuinely parallel society where tons and tons and tons of people can reach decisions in a voluntary and consensus-driven way so as to engage and to leverage the strength that comes from large numbers. Eventually, as we decouple ourselves from the mainstream statist, centralized, coercive institutions, we become very much more free. If needed, someday we could declare our independence from this institution and fully withdraw our assent to be governed by our inferiors that inhabit this de facto statist, tyrannical, predatory system. This is going to take time. These systems and institutions that we are creating will be inherited by the next generation, children already born today. We'll teach them the skills and the mindset and the relationship, conscious relating skills to relate to one another, to manage and inhabit and organize and further these institutions so they can be stewarded for the next generation beyond them and the next generation beyond that. All the while, these systems are becoming more strong, more resilient, and our wisdom is carried on through the youth, through books, through videos, through courses, so that we reach one day a critical mass. There's enough of us. We are not only free, but because there's so many of us and because we've decoupled ourselves from their system and because these networks and institutions are so damn anti-fragile, meaning when they're attacked, they only grow stronger, not only are we free, but we're also at peace, not having to look over our shoulder and worried about the government coming to crush us because we have established ourselves as an autonomous, self-governing society of free, powerful, and beautiful human beings. That, my friends, is the vision of the Confederation of Freedom Communities. And for folks that want to learn more, our church, our 508c1a Freedom Family Fellowship, along with our private membership association, whose specific mission is to build this vision, Legacy of Liberty PMA, people can sign up to check this out and be a part of it at freedomfamilyfellowship.com, freedomfamilyfellowship.com.